being here today. You saw the blessing of our church, the poem that was on the wall at the Wyatt location for so many years. And because today is our annual meeting, I thought what a perfect idea to use that as my guide for today's talk. And as we got into it, I realized that, well, I didn't know who wrote it. And there was no signature or anything, as you can see back there. And so today's talk is after we found out through Reverend Terry doing some digging for me that it was written, the original, and it was called The Consecration of the Room by Mary Brereton DeWitt in 1928. And when she wrote it, she said, this is it. You know, use it as you will, modify it as you will, and that's what we're doing today. And that's what they did for that poem. It's so beautiful, and it's blessing our church. I'd like to reiterate, though, that it blesses all of us in every way. This is a sacred place. Wherever we are is a sacred place. This place, we're blessing this place, and we're blessing us, and that is actually the name of my talk today. Our Great Big Affirmation. Bless this place and bless us. This place, our home, our mind, our body, these are all our sanctuaries. And I add that we also do prayers of protection. As you remember, we have one sometimes at the end of the service, most times. And for you Trekkies out there who prayer does not resonate with you, just put your force field up, shields up, okay? The same thing. Picture that beautiful energy of light surrounding you, surrounding your home, surrounding your car, and know that God is with you everywhere you go, in every way. There are quite a few different concepts. In the poem that we had on the wall, I used the 10 concepts in that. There were a couple more in the original. Can we get a picture of that? I'm sorry. There we go. He recognizes the red. He loves red. There we go. So that, if you can see it, is the original. So there's a couple more topics in there, but at the time I wrote this, I knew of 10. So this is what you're getting today. And the first of these is, there is only one presence in this place and in our congregation, God, our good. Whoever enters is conscious of the one divine presence of good. Only the highest and best is here, only our highest good. So that's the first aspect. The second one is truth. Whoever enters here is conscious of the presence of truth. Only truth enters here. No false presentations. We are clean, clear channels of truth. We hold only the highest and best in our hearts, minds, and spirits. And 3, purity. Whoever enters is conscious of the pure and holy presence of God. We release the negative thoughts and minds, words on lips. We bring only the highest and best intentions. We bless this place and we bless us. Now, as I'm reading these, it's talking about our church, our place. And I want to remind you every so often to include everything. Include your mind, your body, your home, your car. Everything is your sacred space. Everything is your sanctuary. 4, where we are, there's peace and harmony. So there's no restless, discordant, disharmonious thought may enter here. We leave the drama at the threshold. We recognize that we're releasing the fear, that fear is the illusion, and we recognize the windbaggedness of the illusion. A lot of bluff, a lot of bluster. Okay? Peace to all who enter here. And you may have seen signs before you go into a place. You may have one at your home. Peace to all who enter here. Well, there's another slide I'd like to see here, if you don't mind. Is it working? Oh, I'm not using it. Yeah, he hasn't trained me completely, as you can see. There we go. And it says, I release other people's fears and limitations. I think my own love and thoughts. What do you think of that? Okay. The presence of God is peace. We live in peace and harmony. Whoever enters is conscious of the presence of peace. 5. This place and we are filled with prosperity. We lack for no good thing. We are satisfied, contented, and prosperous in every aspect of our beings. Whoever enters here is conscious of contentment, satisfaction, and prosperity. And as Reverend Terry would say, we come here, we don't come with poor little old me's and poor little old you's. We are content, satisfied, and prosperous in all aspects of our beings. 6 is beauty. Whoever enters here is conscious of the beauty of holiness. Our eyes sparkle with the amazing beauty that we behold in nature, in our sweetheart. Our smiles shine with the love we have for one another. Think about a time when you've seen the most beautiful picture or painting or flower or sunset, and you're just, it's so beautiful, you're rather staggered by it. And your eyes are sparkling, though you don't know it. And this is reflecting back to the sunset, to the flower, to the loved one, and back to you. And this energy of God is being shared among. It is growing. Every time we feel it, it grows more in the world. We reflect spiritual beauty, the highest and best, in all our thoughts, words, and actions. Bless this place, bless us. 7, wisdom. Whoever enters is conscious of wisdom. Doubt, superstition, and all manners of mistaken thought or negativity do not cross this threshold of this building of our minds, of our bodies or spirits, and of our hearts. They do not cross that threshold. We live and move in wisdom. I have a slug of my lemon water here.
That's this light.
There we go. Okay, so the next number is 8, and it's joy. We are filled with joy and happiness. As Louis Armstrong would say, leave your worries on the doorstep. And we must have humor, right? We've got joy, 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 joy down in our house, down in our hearts, down in our hearts. We've got some joy, 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 joy down in our hearts, down in our hearts. Today, to stay, any old way we can get it. All right. Joy radiates throughout this space and us. There's no kidding there. Joy finds its way in our hearts. And the next is love. 9, there's love. Only love dwells here. Love moves through us as we move through and live our lives. Whoever enters here is conscious of the pure, holy essence of love. Like the sun chases shadows, only love dwells here and fills these walls and our hearts. And I'd like to remind you, in case you hadn't heard it, most likely you all have, so every single one of you, that when the next crowd comes in for CSL, they're always saying how they love coming in here after we're here because the energy is so high. You just feel so much energy and love here. And that's us. Love dwells here. Wherever we are, love dwells and fills these walls in our hearts. And lastly, actually not lastly, we affirm this place and us are filled with the presence of love. God is here. Love is here. Now lastly is gratitude, but not lastly. Gratitude is never lastly. We are grateful for the presence of God in this place and in us. We are grateful for that all who enter here are abundantly blessed in health, prosperity, peace, wisdom, joy, and peace. We live and move through God and gratitude. And one more. We bless this place and bless us. Thank you. And so it is. Amen. I know what you said, this was abbreviated this morning. So prepare for meditation. If you'd like, just get a little comfortable. It's not going to be a long one, but hopefully it'll do what it needs to do for you. I affirm that it will, and it is now working in each and every one of you. All the aspects that we discussed, all the aspects of God, surround each and every one of us. Surround and fill this building. And we feel this energy beginning to pool around our feet. It is a healing, loving energy, light, moving into our feet, healing every cell, every bit of our feet, muscles, tendons, bones, everything, into our ankles, up our legs, into our knees, pausing, feeling the deep healing there, into our thighs and up into our hips, into the base of our spines, healing and growing, moving around into our lower abdomens, our upper abdomens, and up our spine, knowing that every cell, every tissue, every organ, everything is healing and doing its job, happy, joyful to do its job, healing us now. Now allow this energy to move up our hands, into our elbows, into our shoulders. Feel those shoulder joints relax as the healing energy enters. Release and let go. All that which does not belong to us. Release and let go, and as we do, we feel that energy, that healing taking its place and moving into our shoulders like waves of love, healing us, and into our chest, into our hearts, healing the entire area. And as we do this, we feel the compassion and the love within grow and grow and grow and move into this loving compassion, healing love into our throats. And we know that every thought that we think, every word that we speak, and every action that we take is filled with the highest and best intention, the highest and best energy, and God is present, even here, and especially here. Feel the healing in our necks, moving into the jaws, relaxing and healing around the back of our heads, over our faces, over the tops of our heads, so that this healing energy is surrounding us and infilling us from the very tips of our toes to the tops of our heads, loving us and healing us. It's so strong and beautiful. We share it. It can't be helped but be shared. And it's growing touching the person next to you and the person next to them, feeling this entire room, feeling this entire building, this entire town, our state, our country, our continent, surrounding the entire world, so that every needful thing is touched, healed, and met. We see it pulsing, this energy, growing and growing. Feel it everywhere, all around. No place is not touched. Feel this energy now as it moves back here to Las Cruces, New Mexico, and here in this building, in this place, and with us. Feel it now in your hands and in your feet. Place your hands where it might be needed, a little extra today. And when you're comfortable and you're ready, open your eyes and be here with me, be here with you. Thank you.